and tried to ask Will Rossbach some particulars that weren't covered in the Pioneer Press about his deer hunting violation. And all I was out to do really was to find out what information and to ask him what exactly happened, what really happened, what are the facts, and I feel as a citizen that I should know this. If he's going to be our mayor of Maplewood, then I felt that I should be able to ask questions and have him answer them, and they were fair and honest questions. I set up my easel. I would do it as a law attorney would do it, even though I'm not an attorney. But I had my questions, I had my facts, my figures, things that the police report, things that weren't covered in the St. Paul Pioneer Press. And so he refused to allow me to ask my questions.
Well, you were doing this during the 5-minute presentation.
5-minute presentation.
People, citizens can go there and say, hey, I got something to say, and you got about 5 minutes to say it.
Right.
Okay, so did you get to set up your easel at all?
Well, I got to set it up, but I really didn't get to show the points and highlights of the article, which was written by Nancy Noe.
Yeah.
Back on March 10th of 2010.
Okay, and according to the paper and the reports, his violations were, what did he do?
Well, it claims on the one side of the article written by Nancy Noe and the police report that he shot from his vehicle. Now, on the other side of the column, it talked about what Will Rossbach said, that he said he shot from the middle of the road. Now, there would be a huge discrepancy, because if they said that he shot from the vehicle, was it inside the truck, the gun? Was the gun loaded in the front seat? Was the gun loaded in the box? Did he load the gun walking over to shoot the deer? Another one was that, what a lot of people don't know, was that he actually shot across the front, according to the police report, that he actually shot across the front of these people's property in Grand Marais, actually a residential neighborhood. 2 small girls were in the front yard, one 3 and one 7. The father was also in the front yard of these 2 girls, and the deer was within 50 feet of all 3 of these humans, and a house closer than 500 feet that he claimed he did not see. They talked about it as being a structure. It was actually a home. I believe that Nancy Noe actually tried to protect our mayor, Will Rossbach. But I wanted to find out from Will, it was all these things that were on the police report true. He did not allow me to have the freedom to ask these questions.
That's a fair question, because police reports aren't always accurate.
Correct.
Matter of fact, because they can be so vague, they can be actually end up being wrong, or they can be purposely wrong. Can you imagine having a police report done by the guy that was robbing these banks, the Minneapolis police officer that was robbing banks? You know.
Correct.
So they can be wrong. So it's fair to ask questions as to what that, in this case, Mayor Rossbach was actually doing. What is his take on what took place?
Right. And so, you know, I just really wanted to find out, was this true? Will, is this right? He would not answer me. Another time that I had a situation
where he wouldn't answer you, but would he let you speak at all?
He would not let me speak.
And did he just cut off your 5 minutes?
Right. And I had a very good presentation. I wasn't out to prosecute the man. I wanted to find out, was the newspaper article right? Is there something wrong with what was said? Is the police report, like you said, many times the police report is incorrect. And so what I really wanted to know was, you know, was he really out in the middle of a field? Or, you know, what really did happen in the story? That's what I want to know. And,
okay.
And so I felt like, as a citizen, that I deserved some answers. If he's going to make laws and ordinances and things like this, but if he is wrong, then why wasn't his gun taken from him? If he was wrong, why wasn't the penalty larger? Many times a penalty for poaching a deer could be as high as $20,000. But yet his penalty wasn't that high. So I had many questions about why was the reduction of a gross misdemeanor brought down to a misdemeanor, and what